train was unknowingly headed for imminent danger, and no one on board had the slightest idea what was coming. Without warning, power cut out. The familiar hum of the rails bled away into silence as the train shuddered and rolled to a dead stop deep in the Florida swamp. Outside, the windows was nothing but black water, twisted cypress, and fog that pressed against the glass like it was trying to get inside. The conductor's voice crackled over the intercom, calm to the point of suspicion. "Just a short delay, folks. We'll be underway shortly." The lights flickered, on, off, on. With each flicker came a sound, faint at first, almost polite. Tick, tick, tick. It kept perfect rhythm with the dying lights. Minutes dragged into an hour. Sweat soaked the seats. The air turned heavy and sour. No updates, no movement. Then, the first scream tore through the car. Sharp, wet, full of pain. So real it froze everyone else in place. More screams followed. That's when I saw them. Florida fire ants poured from the seams of the train, from under seats, from vents, from luggage racks, from the cracks between metal panels, like the train itself was bleeding insects. Thousands, no, millions. A living red tide. People tried brushing them away, laughing nervously for half a second before the pain hit. Fire ants don't bite one at a time. They bite together, teamwork, in unison. Car exploded into chaos. Passengers ripped at their clothes and skin, clawing chunks of flesh loose as ants locked their jaws and injected venom in perfect unison. Faces blistered and collapsed. Eyelids swelled shut before being eaten through. People fell into the aisles, still screaming, still alive, while ants carpeted them completely, stripping muscle from bone in seconds. The smell of blood, poison, and crushed insects filled the air. The pain. Oh, the pain was unreal. So intense it felt distant, like my body had disconnected from my mind. Ants fluttered into my eyes, my nose, my ears, my mouth. Every soft opening became a total invitation. I tried to scream, but my throat filled with them. My face went numb, then heavy. I felt it sag, then I felt it detach. My skin slid forward and dropped into my lap like a wet mask. I stared at it, still twitching as ants chewed through my lips and eyelids. Then, Sir, wake up. The next stop is yours." I snapped upright. The lights were steady. The train was moving. Passengers sat quietly, scrolling phones, breathing normally. No ants, no blood, no screams. My lap was warm. I looked down. My skin was wrong, pocked with thousands of puncture wounds, blistered and eaten through like spoiled meat. Tiny black bodies were embedded everywhere, mandibles still locked, legs twitching weakly. When I moved my hands, strips of flesh peeled off with them, hanging in wet ribbons. The conductor frowned. "You all right, dude?" I tried to answer. My lips slid off my face and landed on my shirt with a soft, meaty sound. My tongue was swollen, shredded, blackened with ants crawling out of the torn muscle. They spilled from my nostrils, from beneath my eyelids, from inside my ears, as I blinked and felt them tear free. Passengers finally noticed. Screams erupted again, but shorter this time, sharper, cut off by disbelief. I stood, but my face didn't move with me. It slid. Skin slopped off my skull and sagged down my neck, exposing raw muscle and yellowed bone beneath. One eye popped free and dangled, swinging gently as ants poured from the empty socket and splattered onto the floor. I staggered down the aisle, leaving pieces of myself behind. My ears fingers, chunks of calf muscle, each one crawling briefly before going still. Blood smeared the floor. The ants never stopped eating. They were inside me now. The conductor backed away, gagging. This is not possible. I tried to breathe. My chest cracked open. Ribs split apart as ants boiled out from between them, dragging pieces of lung and heart with them like wet bread. My organs collapsed inward, hollowed out inch by inch. But I didn't die. Fire ants don't waste food. As the train slowed into the station, I collapsed into a twitching shell, skinless, hollow, alive only because the swarm kept me that way. The doors opened, cool night air rushed in, and as they dragged what was left of me onto the platform, I finally understood the truth. I never woke up, the train never stopped, and the swamp was still feeding. Somewhere deep inside my skull, what remained of it, I could still hear the sound, steady and patient, counting every bite. Tick, 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 tick. Well, thanks for watching Wendy's Mysterious Trains. You never know what you're going to get when you're riding Wendy's trains. Much love, God bless, and as always, peace out.